YouTube. Well, today I want to show you all this 2003 Hummer H2 with 142,000 miles. And it's the first H2 I've ever toured. I may have started up one years ago. This Hummer really made a huge entry back in the days when gas was still cheap. Celebrities flocked for this car, and you can understand why. Just nothing else out there looks quite like it. And it was really as close as to the Hummer H1 or Humvee that you can get without taking two lanes on the road. Nowadays the H2 is rather dead, and it's easy to imagine why. Highway MPGs weren't any better than 12 miles to the gallon, maybe an extra mile or two if you were going downhill or if someone were pushing you. It has off-road capability that few other cars out there have, so it will tackle just about anything you throw at it. And if you want to look like a celebrity and you want to do so on a budget, afford pumping the gas into it, and if you desire depleting the U.S. oil reserve, then yeah, this is so the car to do it with. I mean, even the interior, I can easily imagine over 100 barrels of crude oil were consumed in the creation of its interior alone. Spare tire mounted in the back, so make sure you know that you're not going to back into a wall or anything, or else you're going to definitely make some damage. Pull off this pin, pull off the spare tire, very heavy. Oh, fuck my life. Got the alarm going. Try the door open is the only way I can keep that alarm from coming back on again. But yeah, the cargo area, the seats, of course, don't fold flat into the floor. There's just no room for that type of feature here. You have that beefy live axle. Just take a look at that stabilizing bar. It's just so thick. You'd have to pull out these seats in order to make use of this cargo floor. The seats do fold flat, but again, not into the floor. There's a tire inflator, door locks, and what is this, a cargo cover? Not exactly sure. Oh, okay, these are the roof racks. You have this massive truck, and it really doesn't offer that much more volume than that of a Chevy Suburban, which would be much more convenient for the average Joe. And a look inside, you have this interior. Everything's very blocky looking, really matches the exterior styling. And that damn bong has a Bose audio system. Top of the door panel, it is soft to the touch, but they added this piece of vinyl that's padded. Seat heaters, memory seating, power mirrors, and the door locks. Yeah, the armrest is padded. Just look at this plastic, the silver finish just gave way. Everything, again, is a plastic finish. Adjustment to the driver's seat, backrest, back and forth, lumbar support, and etc. Alright, sorry for this tour being so sloppy. I'm on my iPhone, and it's raining, and it's cold, and this thing doesn't shut the hell up with its bonging, and the alarm keeps going off. This is an aftermarket thing, so lock, unlock, I don't know what auxiliary and this does. I'm unsure. I'm assuming this button just makes it do a lot more noise than it already has. Yeah, let's start this thing up. Oh no. Fuck my life! Shut the hell up. Jesus Christ. Talk about this interior. I've never done a tour of an H2 before, but this isn't my first time in one. Jesus, that guy was really hightailing it. But anyways, in terms of comfort, these seats are pretty good. They're very soft and supportive. Really the kind of place you want to be in if you were in a long-distance drive. Armrest folds down. It's high seating position. Lots of thigh support. You really couldn't ask for any more. And legroom too. Very good. Now, the interior quality was downright awful. It was so bad. Everything is a fiesta of man-made materials. I think this is the only thing... Well, that's probably vinyl, too. Yeah, everything plastic. This piece here was just like that, and it's just floating away over the instrument cluster up there. And yeah, this is the only part that's a little bit padded, but it's just a piece of vinyl over plastic. Glove box is very tiny. Looks like the previous owner added a iPod kit or whatever. Oh, it's an aftermarket radio. I didn't notice that. Aftermarket Pioneer head unit. I'm assuming it has a navigation function with this massive screen. Oh well, I'm not going to get into that. The dual zone automatic climate control. Whoa, what the hell did my hands touch? Ugh. Anyways, the dual zone automatic climate control, OnStar, dual power outlets, dual cup holders, traction control, tow haul mode, height control. It does lift the suspension a little bit. The four-wheel drive, differential lock. If you want to put the truck into low range, you can do so. This truck uses a 4-speed automatic, very common in heavy-duty applications, and you really can't expect for a lot more, as you can see. But just take a look at this shifter. It's just jiggling all over the place. I put it in neutral and put the low range in. Hear the clicking. So now it's in low range. Yeah, we can climb wherever we want now with it. There we go. That's how you'd want to drive it. The center console, also big hunk of plastic. The paint finish peeling off. The armrest over here. Well, it's not even an armrest, it's just to cover the armrest is what's integrated onto the seat. This does open up. And yeah, it's very flimsy, awfully made. Just look how it just jiggles all over the place. You store all your CDs or whatever junk in there. It doesn't open on the passenger side, just on the driver. Steering wheel, average sized. Volume controls for the radio. Vehicle info such as trip computer, average MPGs. I'm curious, what would it say? Range 42, 10.8 miles per gallon. Awesome! Instrument speed wipers, cruise control. Hazards are right up above, and steering wheel only tilts, just has fixed positions. The headlamps, panel dim, interior light on and off switch right there. Automatic headlamps, and this is for the rear wiper. You can see it back there. Headliner, I'd say this is the best part of the truck. It's very cushiony. And yeah, just a big pouch for sunglasses, it seems. Very flimsy and chitsy. The little spotlights here, the map lights really. The home link system, it's a universal garage door opener. And another holder for your glasses. I don't know how this thing hasn't broken yet. And what's this other flap there? A third one. Interesting. I'm assuming the rearview mirror dims. It has to. There should be a readout like a compass, but I don't see it happening. Sun visor, mirror and vanity light. It's thick and cushiony, and you have these slide-out shades. I'm not going to get into that. It's just so far for me to reach over. Mirror and vanity light on the driver's side, and there's the little mic right there for the OnStar system. The power steering and the brakes work together, or they use the same fluid. GM had a habit of using that back in the day with the Suburbans, Tahoes, pretty much with all their trucks. So if you push the brakes and push the pedal all the way down, you can see it just goes all the way to the floor, but it doesn't mean the brakes are bad. Now look at the steering, you can see how it just moves easily all over the place, see? Now hold the brakes down, just look at this, the steering wheel becomes hard, and that's because the brakes are robbing the power steering function. And when you accelerate it, hear a whining noise as if the power steering is depleted of fluid. I guess it works, but I just always found that odd. And now the back seats. Armrest here in the center. Cup holders right there too. And of course these seats do fold down. You have to pull this bottom section and then you can fold this down. The headrest tumble and you can see how you make use of this floor, but it won't be of any use if you remove these seats. That would be the obligation. Bring the headrest back up. Not really that intuitive. Materials identicals up front on the door panel. Just plastic. You can see how someone kind of like filled in caulking or something in there to try to glue it back on, or liquid nail. Everything is over here is just cracking to bits. Now just look at the front seat again. It does look interesting though. The seat adjusted to where I prefer, and this is the legroom I have left over. Not really a whole lot at all. You could get more legroom back here in a Toyota Camry or Ford Fusion. Rear AC vents, independent radio system, seat heaters, power outlets, another little pouch. The little shelf in there is loose, and this whole thing lifts apart. Interesting. More shit handles, dome light, and a look at the third row. The third row does have a decent amount of room though, but still. You have to remove those things out. Now, of course, the hood has its latch over here, but for looks, they added this too. So I guess it's cool, kind of like the Jeep Wrangler. People who are weaklings won't be able to open this hood, but yeah, it's a little bit of a struggle. Ooh. Thank goodness for those springs. 6-liter V8. 316 horsepower, 160 foot-pounds of torque. Not a bad power figure, but nowadays an average 5-liter engine would make a lot more power than this. Toyota Prius would definitely smoke this thing. And the other side, of course, all those radiators, and the previous owner added an aftermarket HID system. Pitch my fingers. Engine sounds fantastic though. Can't beat the sound of a V8. Windows up. Maybe a vacuum leak or something. You just hear that little whistling noise. I love the exhaust though. So guys, I'm glad I found you all this H2. I don't know why I haven't done one sooner. They're becoming so rare as opposed to the mid-2000s when they were just everywhere. Nowadays, again, you can really understand why they're becoming so rare, and they will fetch some money in distant future if they are in good shape. They will be collectibles in the future. But anyways, YouTube, thanks for watching, and I hope you all enjoyed this tour.